With almost 3 years since their latest title, Ico Software has decided to take their work to new heights by teaming up with 505 Games to create a new twin-stick shooter zombie survival game called How to Survive. With an interesting take on the survival world, mixing with arcade-like mechanics, does the title hold up among the pool of other survival games that already exist? As always, let's delve on into it and take a look.
Mayday! 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 This is Scamper VL2841. Our position 2 nautical miles southwest of Los Riscos Island. We require immediate assistance.
How to Survive starts off with you shipwrecked on one of 4 uncharted islands. You start off with absolutely nothing and quickly find out that the land is filled with zombies that wanna nom nom on you. Throughout your adventure, you'll locate pages to a book called How to Survive, written by some strange Russian dude called Kovac, and through his guide, it's up to you to survive the horrors that await. You'll also meet other people stranded throughout the islands as you make your way through them. However, every character aside from Kovac seem to lack any bit of charm or character development. It becomes almost unbearable how ridiculous some of the characters react to their situations, and it just makes me scratch my head as to how anyone would even think the way the characters do in a story.
You are a real shit of a human being.
There's one scene where you choose to go save someone that you thought was dead, and even though you had no more than about 5 seconds of interacting with this person, your character goes, "You know what, instead of leaving this place, I'm gonna go find them." Yeah. In all honesty, I think after the writer wrote about Korvac, who's an entertaining, funny, energetic, very tongue-in-cheek character who steals the entire game, the writer just decided to not do that with any of the other characters, and it makes them all come off as extremely boring, uninteresting, and something I just don't want to even listen to. Other than Kovac, the story is lacking on all fronts. Similar to the plot, the game has a bit of a split personality when it comes to the way it presents itself. For the majority of the game, you'll be playing in a dark, realistic-looking world that's very muddy and dirty. But when you grab the pages of Kovac's book, you start to see actual real character and entertaining ideas that just shine with comical yet informative imagery. Unfortunately, the rest of the game just lacks that same character. It's the same old stuff you've seen before in all other zombie survival games, and it just feels overused. Where Don't Starve melded art and gameplay perfectly, this one seemed to be 2 completely different sides of the same coin. However, even though it's a bummer they didn't go with the art style presented in Kovac's amazing book, they did make the game extremely satisfying in both the sound and graphics department. You could hear, feel, and see the cracking of a zombie's skull as you smash it into a billion pieces with a lead pipe. The zombies don't sound annoying, the air pressure weapons sound like they should, blades are stabby and explosions are cool. But there is one giant bugbear in the room, and that's the dreadful voice acting.
You are a real shit of a human being.
You're gonna be hearing this a lot in this review, but once again, aside from Kovac, everyone has insufferable delivery of their lines to the point of asking why they needed to be voice acted in the first place. If only Kovac was voiced and everyone else was just text boxes, I feel the characters would have come out as much more interesting. And as for the PC options, they seem to be quite lacking, for I wasn't able to adjust anything from other than the resolution and 3 preset graphics options. And there's not even anti-aliasing, which would have really helped this game out. But since the game is lacking in graphical options, the only plus side to that is that it runs well, and it will run well on probably most people's machines. Where both story and presentation lack, the gameplay makes up for it tremendously. After about 3 minutes of starting the game, I was already smacking zombies around with my awesome wooden stick and having a blast. It's so great to not have story shoved down my throat every 5 seconds. How to Survive is of course a survival game, but in much more of an arcadey style as opposed to Don't Starve, where you can build farms and whatnot to survive. How to Survive kind of streamlines it. It makes it easier on you by giving you hideouts to sleep in, fireplaces to light up and cook your meat on, wells to drink from throughout the 4 islands, and animals to hunt. Depending on how hungry, thirsty, or tired you are, the weaker your character will be at aiming, hitting your enemies, and shooting them. The game has a bunch of really easy to understand tutorials and guides that feel almost like the perfect in-game video wiki thanks to Korvac's How to Survive guide. You'll be able to locate recipes and tools to create and upgrade items like axes, bows, arrows, chainsaws, pressurized guns, Molotov cocktails, explosives, and more. Each item you make can also be uncombined at no loss to create other potential bigger and better weapons, letting you experiment and get a feel for what you love to murder your zombie brethren. Well, I guess you're not a brother of zombies, but whatever, let's not worry about that part. When you use items like the bow, you can retrieve the arrows from wherever you hit and use that to conserve ammunition. The game plays like a twin-stick shooter, however the PC controls are fully rebindable and easy to use. I had no problem playing through the game with keyboard and mouse, although some of Kovac's tutorials explained how to play the game using a controller, which was a bit annoying because, of course, the game's coming out on PSN and Xbox Live. The game is also much more slow-paced than any other twin-stick brethren out there, and you won't be seeing billions of points just popping up above enemies' heads. What you will be seeing, though, is experience points, because there's a level-up system. Yes, another level-up system in video games. Oh joy. This level-up system is a bit of a mixture. It's kind of cool because you can make things like fire arrows, quicker aiming, and better critical hit chances. But then there's one where it's like, hey, you can gain more EXP from each kill, which is kind of lame. That's saying, hey, if you get enough experience points, then you can unlock the ability to get more experience points. Yeah. The game also features 2-player local co-op, where one player can play on the keyboard and mouse, where your partner sitting next to you can have a gamepad in the story mode. But oddly enough, it doesn't offer online support for the story mode, only for challenges. But you'll be happy to know that challenges really are the true highlight of the game. When you enter a challenge, you start with absolutely nothing and are thrown into a random location on one of 4 islands. You are then challenged to arm yourself, find an escape vehicle, fuel up that escape vehicle, and flee from the island. There's no time limit, and you can eat, sleep, drink, and craft your way to victory, taking as much time as you need, which is a really compelling game mode as opposed to time attacks and nonsense like that. The game has 2 difficulty settings as well. It has normal, which is way too easy for its own good. I was one-shotting everything in that. And then it has Iron Man, which is the way the game should be played. That offers a fantastic challenge to the player, and I found myself getting my ass handed to me by the first time I switched it over to Iron Man mode.
If you wish to have a chance at defeating the zombies, you have to take care of your body's basic needs. The basis of all survival is drinking, eating, and sleeping.
If you can get over the fact that the story is a load of nonsense,
You are a real shit of a human being.
if you can get over the fact that the voice acting is poor,
Stupid, stupid, stupid.
and if you can get over the fact that the game just seems to lack any character outside of the book How to Survive, then How to Survive is a great survival experience, mixed in with awesome weapon crafting, challenges, single-player and co-op gameplay that offers something that is extremely fun, especially on that Iron Man difficulty, and is easily worth the asking price. And that's why, altogether, that gives How to Survive a 4 out of 5. Thank you for watching my review. I certainly hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to see more of my content, be sure to check out my channel by clicking the Akabane 101 logo on the bottom left of the screen for Let's Plays, more reviews, Game Watch, and more. But before I go, I'd like to know, what is your favorite survival game of all time? Could it be this one? Or could it be Don't Starve? What could it be? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Ackerman101, and I'll see you next time.